Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Racers Driving League Season 15 for round number 21 of the championship. Welcome to the Las Vegas Strip here in Nevada for the first ever RDL Las Vegas Grand Prix, our second new round on the calendar for this season. And this is the third to last race of the championship. And potentially we could see our champion for Season 15 crowned tonight. I'm your host, Zach Ossie, bringing you through all the action of the inaugural Las Vegas Grand Prix here in the RDL. Just me for the minute. Pope is on his way, so hopefully we'll be able to see him if we're lucky later on in the qualifying session. If not, definitely going into the race. So it'll be just me for the first 20 minutes or so, and we should see our beloved Pope back later on. So after last week's race, we have our first coming into tonight with our first driver with a chance to clinch the Drivers' Championship for Season 15. C110P fan continues to lead the way on the standings on 213 points, 47 points clear of Sniper Hunter, who still somehow remains in second place as Schlesinger retires from the session, serving a quali ban. Pope has joined the session, so it looks like we could be seeing him shortly. Perhaps we'll be seeing him a bit earlier than we expected, which is always positive. So Fan leads by 47 points to Sniper, 51 to Grumio, tied with Websy for third. So it's looking like those four are the main contenders, but if Sniper out of the picture, it's coming down to Fan, Grumio, and Websy. Now, if Fan can finish P7 or higher tonight and outscore Grumio and Websy by 2 points, that he will become the champion for Season 15. And of course, the constructors still on the line. Mercedes and Alpine still going at it with Red Bull and Alfa Romeo clutching for third right now. Williams in fifth, Aston Martin sixth. Ferrari, McLaren, AlphaTauri, and Haas round out your order. So let's go on now to the first lap of the brand new Las Vegas circuit, hit by PJ Khaled in the McLaren. Very short run towards that first corner into turn number 1. The left-hander he goes. Very tight. They're hitting the curb on entry. We're going just the route on the exit. Into turn 2. Almost going back the other way. Through the right-hander. Nice and smooth here. DRS going towards turn number 3. One of the good past opportunities on the circuit. Into the braking zone now. And making our way towards the brand new Las Vegas Sphere. There's a car there. A Hassel is just parked at the side of the racetrack. No clue what that was doing there. It looks like it may have been Pagorians is out there on a lap right now. Well, it wasn't a lap. Through the Las Vegas, past the Sphere, goes PJ Khaled. A lot more technical part of the racetrack there. Perhaps the most technical on the circuit. 46.3, the first sector for PJ. Making his way now into one of the tighter braking zones on this circuit. And now down the second DRS straight. One of the best opportunities to make moves. We could see drivers taking positions and then losing them again potentially on this straight should we be going fast enough. Imri also retiring from the session. He's also got a quali ban for tonight's event. PJ into the final sector now, into the braking zone. Seeing very high speeds, nearing if not hitting the limiter down at that back straight. And now going towards the final corner of the circuit. PJ into the pits though. He's bringing an end to his first lap. Won't finish it. I think he was slow for the first sector. So we'll come now to his teammate Ethan in the other McLaren, who's coming down, making his way through into the last corner. To complete the first lap of the qualifying session, it's a 1 minute 33.1 from Ethan. Lycon, the AlphaTauri, is next through. Across the line he goes. 1 minute 34.1, about a second off as it stands. Fan crashing it. There's been a crash, and that's our championship leader, Fan, who is out. Fan crashes at turn 4. And that could be devastating for his chances to win the title tonight. As Grumio, his closest rival, goes fastest there. 1 minute 31.6, and Landlord, the old Alpine duo, back again here. Landlord reserving for Sniper. Here in second place. Grovey goes third. Ethan fourth. Pagorian's fifth now. Curtis sixth. And Lycon's time now put down to 7th. Nicholas Mayer, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Very exciting start to qualifying here, but Fan out. Shockingly. Lucky Lambert then making it out of the pits in the Las Vegas style Ferrari. Still waiting on his teammate JB to come out the pit lane. Was JB with the next driver to hit 100 points should he score for them tonight if he takes 8th place or higher. And at this point then I do want to commend JB on here. Oh, almost had a spin there from Lucky Lambert, who recovers the car quite nicely indeed. Very, very close there. Yes, I do want to commend 2 drivers in particular. Courtney Goblin making his 250th Grand Prix start tonight. He's been here since almost since the beginning of the RDL, and he's still going. Although we'd like to see him at the pit lane more often, but he's still here. Shows up almost every week fantastically without fail, and puts in a solid performance. And it is JB's 300th RDL start today to make straight out the pit lane for his first qualifying run. And where better location to hold a 300th Grand Prix party than here in the entertainment capital of the world in Vegas. So out onto the racetrack comes JB, looking to lay down a good start to his qualifying session. Shane's car is glitched. It turns out it was Shane's, and rather it was not Pogorian's. And he's in a really, really bad position there for several cars coming through on the exit of the circuit. His car is ghosted, fortunately, but as long as everyone knows that, then that will hopefully won't have too much detriment on the qualifying times for everyone else in the session. Nicholas Mayer's gone second fastest here, 1:31.7, separating the 2 Alpines right now. Grovey sits in 4th. Only 8 cars have set laps so far. Lycon back out on the rest there. The lone AlphaTauri in the race. No, not the lone AlphaTauri. We're looking at, if I skim through, looking at just the one Red Bull, that being Dengalaran, who is missing right now. So one shy of a full boat tonight. Lycon goes 6th fastest now. Lucky Lambert nearing the halfway round to the lap. JB's on his out lap there. He's just crossing to the final sector. The braking zone nice and easy there. And pushing on towards that second split. We'll see whereabouts he emerged in terms of time. Down the Las Vegas Strip, which looks very nice indeed, lit up at night. 1:18.8 for Lucky. Very tight. But I think he may have backed off quite a bit here on this lap, as he's quite a few seconds off the pace. 1:41.6, and wanting to improve on that without doubt. 10 seconds off of the pole time, as you see a car making a move. That's PJ Cowley just gone 3rd place for McLaren there. Fantastic lap. Grumia back out on the racetrack there. And there is Websy alongside him. Websy, both these 2 drivers, Grumia and Websy, have an opportunity to place themselves second in the Drivers' Championship once tonight's race is over. Grumio needs to close on Fan desperately, and this could be the opportunity he needs. He's taken just 3 wins all season: Saudi Arabia, Australia, and Singapore. And Websy, of course, has taken 2 wins so far this season. Almost took a 3rd at Zandvoort, but Fan narrowly beaten to it at the very end of the race. But Websy, though, has an excellent chance to place in the top 3 in the Drivers' Championship. And that's definitely nothing to sniff at in a league as competitive as this one. 8 minutes still to go. So plenty of time for things to change, plenty of time for drivers to set laps. JB goes 6th fastest there. 1:32.9. Websy there goes, puts himself 6th fast on top of JB's time. Oh, and almost spins the car through turn 1. Grovey coming towards the end of her first sector on her second run. What can she do? Can she improve this time around? She does, but almost a second there. And right now, she's only 8/10 off of the pole time. Came remarkably close last week to leading an RDL Grand Prix when she took the lead in Mexico. Very briefly on the final safety car restart. But an incident between the leaders, which she was unfortunately caught up in, allowed Cott to move away and take the race win. And again, she's improved by almost a second. And here she comes now towards the last corner. Keep an eye on this. Like, this could be a potential pole time. Over the line. Grumio goes fastest by a 10th. Grumio, though, out of his first sector, a quarter of a second up. He'll be looking to improve. Now, for the last sector. We'll see what his time looks like. He takes it back, but only just. Lost a bit of time in the last couple sectors compared to that start he made, but look how close it is for pole right now. Nicholas on that lap, Cot 5, of course, last week's winner in Mexico. Out on the racetrack, he's down by 3/10. Not fantastic from the driver who's made such a brilliant start to his career here in the RDL. At a sight we're used to seeing in the number 5 Aston Martin. A sight we haven't seen since F1 22. That being almost 6 months ago at this stage. 5 minutes left to go. Well, 5.5 to be exact. Just waiting on 2 more drivers to set laps. Those drivers being Courtney Goblin, or only Courtney Goblin. Shane, unfortunately, out of qualifying. 4 drivers who will definitely start at the back of the field here. Fan will start dead last, then Imrie, then Slazenger. Sorry, Shane, Imrie, Slazenger, and I'm assuming Courtney Goblin will at some stage get out on the racetrack and complete a lap, so that way he can still put himself away from those bottom 4. Bulgarians in the Haas out on the lap. Slightly more quiet period on the track here. Curtis a bit loose there through the chicane. Lucky to hang on to it. He's out of fuel. And he'll just narrowly make it back to the pit lane at the end of his second run. 1 minute 32.6 puts him P9 right now. Webbsy there in 8th. Of course, Van Den last. And Nicholas Mayer now going fast. I was about to say that Grumio's on pole. Never mind. Nicholas returns to his perhaps a highlight in his qualifying form here. It's been fantastic on those over one lap over the course of his times in this league so far. Not to mention the win he took in Monza around sort of 2 months ago at this stage. That's a bit longer than that, not sure. But now flexing some muscle here. Grovio on that lap looking at another run. I'm told that Pope is just finishing up and is almost here with us. Hopefully might be able to melt to join us at the end of qualifying. If not, definitely for the race, and that should make things a bit more entertaining in here. Not a lot of drivers out on the racetrack right now. Pogorian's still on his lap. He's on his second lap now. He's 7/10 up. Last time out, put in P10 as he goes past his glitch teammate. Lucky Lambert just starting his next lap. As is JB, the 2 Ferraris running just in front of the other on the racetrack. Slight touch of the wall there for JB. Nicholas looking for the pits now. PJ Callan on that lap there. Okay, we keep an eye on JB's lap, see how he's getting on. He's out of the first sector, into sector 2. Good exit. And pushing. Yellow flag in front. I think Grubby looking for some clean air. Trying to get herself another solid lap in. JB towards the second sector split. He's 3 seconds down. We'll see where Lucky puts himself. Lucky 9 seconds down. These guys have really backed off of it. A lot of cars out the pit lane now, just like that, as we close in on the final few minutes of qualifying. 2 minutes to go. And Grovey might accidentally hit this train. This could be unfortunate timing for the Red Bull. She slides her way through turns 1 and 2. And JB retiring from the session. Calling it in the pit lane. P11 will be the best he can hope for. Alfa Romeo moves out of the way for the Red Bull there. PJ on our lap. He's going to be nearing this pack of cars. We probably should all back off and let him through. Should he catch them? Another yellow. PJ exactly 3/10 up in his first sector. Pagorians may have crashed the car here. Oh no, sorry, no, he's still in the pit lane. I think he's also cornering it there. Probably now catching up to Cop 5. So when the happens out the way, that was Landlord who moved out. Minute left in this qualifying session. Chances are this will be Grovey's last lap of the session. She's not improving. She needs about another 2.5 tenths. And there's a Williams blocking her path here. And that is the Williams of Websy, who may have hindered her exit ever so slightly there. And P4 now. That'll be the best Grovey can hope for. She crosses the line. So Websy starts his final lap. 20 seconds left. Landau will make it round in time. The last car we're looking at here is Nicholas, the current pole sitter. Can he get to the finish line in time? I think he will. Caught into the pit lane. He's calling it into his session. Nicholas narrowly makes it round as the checkered flag prepares to fall. Shane obviously on the racetrack. Caught 5, the only car who is not on the racetrack. Oh, and Lycon has almost gone straight on there. Crucial error. And the AlphaTauri that will get rid of any chance he had of a solid time. Lucky out of the session. I'm assuming he must have made a mistake on that last lap. Ethan, the next car through. We'll get a large number of cars appearing at the finish line all at once. Ethan sits P12 right now. Will not improve into the pit lane, lap over. Courtney Goblin is on the racetrack here. His 250th start in the RDL. Can he make it count with a solid qualifying performance in that Williams? Logan Sargent managed to make Q3. That was top half start for him at Vegas. Courtney goes 15th. Doesn't quite have the luck of Logan. Grumio goes fastest. Puts himself back on pole. Here comes BJ next through. BJ stays P7. Websy goes P6. Grubby stays in P4. Curtis stays P9. So another car over the line. Didn't quite see who that was. I believe that was Landlord. PJ retires. Does Nicholas have anything left? Grumio has pole. And there you have it then. Salve Grumio will lead the short run to the first corner, followed by Nicholas. PJ starts third, Grubby in fourth, and the reserving Landlord in fifth place. With the big story, Fan starts the race from dead last on the grid. Can he bring it back? Can he win the championship? We'll find out over the next hour or so here in Las Vegas. We'll be back in a few minutes' time for the start. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the first ever Las Vegas Grand Prix, round number 21 of the Races Driving League Season 15. I'm your host, Zach LC, bringing you back again after qualifying. And joining me is Pope, who will be experiencing his, well, I assume it will be his first commentary of Las Vegas. I don't think you commentate anywhere else.
No, I do not commentate anywhere else. RDL is the only lucky place to hear my luscious voice. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to... Obviously, I did watch qualifying, though I wasn't able to commentate. I did watch it. Very interesting. The drivers taking different lies to each other. That does intrigue me, but I'm very excited to see how the racing is here at Las Vegas.
Definitely. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to this one throughout the last couple of weeks, just in the build-up to this race. And fun fact tonight is our 80th stream of RDL on this channel. So we hit 70 at Silverstone. We've now hit 80 here in Vegas. And we're just 20 away from that big 100, Pope. That should be exciting.
100, yeah, that is... It's actually quite crazy to believe 100 races already. We're very happy to have you here, Zach. And it's a pleasure to co-commentate alongside you.
Pleasure to have you here with me as well. We always enjoy, especially the lap analysis. I think everyone watching tonight will agree that me doing it just doesn't quite match up to how you can do it.
No, I appreciate that entirely. Yeah, no, I think it's quite nice to have a person who loves to drive and used to consistently drive on the game. Do the analysis, but I'm sure when looking back, I'll give it a listen to give you some tips.
We'll have to wait and see. Right, so immersive formation lap back for the first time in quite a few seasons here. Hopefully, it all goes to plan. And we'll get to go through your starting grid in full. So Salve Grumio starts on pole, needs to outscore Fan tonight in order to claim. Will continue to have a chance to win the title. Nicholas starts in second, have pole snatch from at the very death of the session. Can he try and claim it back and take the win here tonight? PJ starts from third, then it's Grovey in fourth. Fantastic start to her RDL career. Looking to continue it here tonight in Vegas. Landlord reserving, bringing back the old Alpine duo. He starts from P5. Websy tied with Grumio for P3 in the championship, because Grumio in front on race wins 3-2. Websy in the same boat needs to outscore Fan by a few points in order to keep himself in the hunt. Cott starts in seventh, a rare misslip in qualifying for the Aston Martin driver after a fantastic start. Has been almost perfect since he joined the league, looking to get himself up the field tonight. BJ starts at 8th, and it's Curtis and Pergorians running at your top half. Lucky Lambert starts in 11th for Ferrari, and it's Ethan in 12th. JB has already said tonight in his 300th start in this league, which is quite honestly fantastic. In P13 for Ferrari, and it's Lycon who had a bit of a lock-up on his last run in qualifying. Conley Goblin making his 250th start tonight for Williams. He's in 15th. Slazenger, Imri and Shane all failed set times, as did C110P Fan, your championship leader, who now has it all through tonight, Pope, if he wants to win this championship.
Yeah, it does remind me of Lewis Hamilton in Brazil. That Mercedes standing at the back of the grid. Will Fan be able to climb up just like Lewis did? I think, yes, this track is going to be perfect for overtaking, especially with how competitive our grid has been this season. It's been honestly fantastic, and that's how we've had Fan, who has just done so fantastic. May not be the fastest every single time, but the consistency that Fan has, it's just remarkable. So I do hope that he'll be able to climb up a few places. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Nicholas versus Grumio. That's going to be a very tight battle, even though it's 3 attempts at the end of qualifying. The gap, Nicholas will have the DRS if still in P2. Come at lap 3, so that'll be a huge advantage to Nicholas.
Fan, of course, only needs P7 tonight to clinch the title, provided he can outscore Grumio and Websy. So to ask you before you draw up on that, Pope, who will Lady Luck give the V design to, and to who will she flash her sweetest smile? Who's going to win tonight?
I think Cott's going to have the luck on his side. He's been fantastic since the debut here. 2 out of 3 race wins, I think it is now, or maybe 3 out of 4. It's just remarkable. It's remarkable. So though it's P7 start, I think Cott will be able to take that lead. I think it'd be that close.
Fan, the last car joining up on the grid here. We are ready to get underway for the first time here in Las Vegas. Here come the lights. The first ever RDL Las Vegas Grand Prix is underway. It's lights up, foot to the floor. Go, go, go. Solid getaway from both cars on the front row. Nicholas jumps into the lead at turn number 1. Very short run to the first corner. Grovey into third place behind them. The Alpine slips into line behind the Alpha. Yellow flag by the back. Big crash there. As several cars around. Both Ferraris are in it. And Fan already up to P13 thanks to that. Yellow flag. And we've got a virtual safety car, I believe that is. Yep, it looks like a virtual one.
Yeah, I do believe that is a virtual safety car. Nothing on a thing. Yeah, a lot of penalties there. So hopefully, maybe we get a bit of input from the drivers in the post commentary to see what happened next. We're not too sure what happened, but like I said, Fan, that's the calm, that's the steady, that's a mindset that you need as a championship leader. Already up to P13, avoiding all of that incident.
We need 6 more places in order to try and clinch the championship, but of course Grumio up there in P2 and Websy in P6 still hanging on. So we'll keep an eye on those 3 places throughout the night. We'll see how those guys get on. Those will be our main focuses. But Nicholas, though, took the lead on the start. What a getaway he had going towards turn 1.
Yeah, fantastic start. A lot of wheel spin there from the Alpine. Maybe that side of the track not as rubbing in as you hope. And I think that's the advantage now for us, having an immersive formation like we get to see who can walk the tyres best and be back to green flag running. We'll see if anyone can make a move down this very, very long straight. This is the first time in racing conditions we've seen these drivers hit this straight.
Grumio closing in on Nicholas very rapidly here. Going to pull to the left-hand side of the racetrack and move in front. Grumio might try and slip through the middle if she can. Not going to get a chance to do that. But you see her getting very close there. Nicholas on the outside. Grumio shuts the door on him ever so neatly there. And we could be in for 24 more runs down that main straight poke. Because that was fantastic. And that's only lap 1. We're yet to have DRS in for another lap or so.
Yeah, I think DRS is just going to make this absolutely crazy. Especially if this train is going to be as close as it always has been so far. As Nicholas defending that inside from Groving. Can she make the move around the outside? It's looking like it. It's going to be a lack of grip though. Oh, Nicholas defending that very well. This track is very, very sliding. We've heard that commentary from all these drivers, so it'll be weird to see if they can get that little bit of extra grip from around the outside or even the inside of these drivers. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Definitely. Several cars in the pit lane here. Lucky Lambert in for a fresh front wing, as is, I assume, Courtney Goblin. Yep, wing change for him, and medium tyres going on that car. Imri also with a wing change and another set of hard tyres going on. So we'll see if those 3 can get themselves back into the race. Hopefully they might need a safety car or 2 in order to get themselves back further up the order again. But this race isn't over, Pope. There's still 23 laps to go after this one, and Grumio leads them, but Nicholas is closing. Even in the corners he's closing. That's how fast this racetrack is. And going into incredibly tight braking zones, such as this one, the left-hander there, going onto the DRS straight. So we're in for another good run with the ERS this time round.
Yeah, I think this is going to be just whoever can be P2 on that last lap to make that move with the DRS. I think that's pretty much how this race is going to go. It's exciting because we're going to see a lot of these battles all the time. And it allows...
Grovey's got a huge run!
Swept all the way through. Both of them.
Takes the lead away.
He can move on the inside, obviously going a little bit
contact!
And, oh!
Jay Grumio's off!
In wall!
That's a big crash, that's a big shunt there.
Oh, a lot of people involved there.
Oh!
It looks like fans involved. Is Van's
Van's
out?
out! I don't believe it!
Virtual safety car here at the Las Vegas Grand
Full
Prix.
safety car, I see it on the map.
Full safety car, there we are.
And I'm not surprised.
Updated. Yeah, it shows you the
it.
lack of grip round that turn 15, turn 16 area. Going side by side just clearly does not work for these drivers, and luck is not on the side of the championship leader, who did get a qualifying lap in and now is unable to clinch the title. Got 2 more races. Got to keep the composure after this though. It's a detrimental thing, especially with someone like Grumio, who is devouring down your neck, breathing down your neck in this championship. Fan needs to keep the composure. And yes, it's not been a great race, obviously, but don't let it knock the confidence.
Well, but all of a sudden that does put Websy right now in the best position. He's gaining. He'll be putting himself 41 points off the lead and into second place in the Drivers' Championship. Which I mean, obviously we've never seen Websy that high. We've seen him in 4th and 3rd, but second is again he's closing in these leaders potentially. Should he close out this Grand Prix, then he could be in with still a decent shot of taking it to Brazil. You never know.
Yeah, you never know, and I would love to see that. For me, Websy's been fantastic. I've said it every single stream. What a driver Websy is, and this season's really, really shown that.
Yeah, we're really seeing him come to the floor this time around. Grovey now leads then. Before that went down, he took the lead in a stunning move against Grumio and Nicholas. Nicholas and Grumio go side by side into this next left-hander coming up into here. Very, very tight, and obviously, as you said, Pope, we really can't race side by side in there, and unfortunately, Grumio has learned that the hard way.
Yeah, it's so tight. It's almost a whiff of Monaco. And you know, 2 cars at Monaco doesn't go well. I know that. I'm a race winner at Monaco. I know how to drive Monaco very, very well. So, you didn't expect that one. So it just shows you how this track changes from a perfect place to overtake to a very hard place to go, even side by side. One person I'm very intrigued about is PJ Khaled. Fantastic qualifying. P3 currently. Can PJ pull something off in this McLaren team who have done very, very well this season?
Perhaps McLaren will be the high rollers tonight. We've got plenty of opportunities tonight for Vegas puns, so that'll be enjoyable for the rest of the night. I hope you're looking forward to those, Pope. Speaking of which, we do need to settle on a word of the race, which will be.
Ooh, early on this time. I like it.
I had a thought earlier for one.
Go on.
My word of the race today is broke, because that's what me and you're going to be when we hit the casinos after the race.
Yes, we will be. My luck is terrible, so yes, I will be. I'll be very much.
No,
broke,
I'll know that. We'll think of a different word. You like broke?
I like broke.
Okay, go on then.
I like broke.
Okay, we'll go with broke then. Broke Pope. Lovely.
We'll go with broke. That'll be me on Prominence Poker tonight.
Excellent. Right.
Do not do betting, kids, or anyone watching.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Obviously we
It's not
don't,
worth it.
we don't condone gambling. I'm sure Formula One doesn't either.
We're recent here, but you know, it's a different story.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's good. Right, so back to the actual action here. Lucky and Courtney both came back down the pit lane for mediums and soft tyres in the Williams part. What is the thought there behind the strategy, Pope? What do we think?
Oh, it's a weird one, that, because obviously I love diving into the driver strategies, and obviously none of the leaders are pit, really, because they don't need to. It's way too early to pit. Courtney, on the other hand, came into the pits lap 1, now on the softs. I think this is quite a good strategy choice, to be honest. I think, okay, you might be back on track with the medium runners, the starting medium runners. You're back up to the pack, and you're able to push past the people who are on those hard tyres. Courtney could have a chance here to get some low points before the pit stop window comes into play. So keep an eye on Courtney. Obviously, 250th Grand Prix. Might be able to roll the dice here and try something different from the rest.
That's very good. I see you'll get into the Vegas spirit, Pope. I do appreciate that.
Oh, of course.
I was hoping one of us would say roll the dice at some stage. But yeah. So again, look at that championship picture. Websy gaining 10 points. Grimio, as it stands, gaining nothing, but he should work up towards the front of the field. Fan, unfortunately, though, again, so ironically, that it's just bad luck what's happened to him there. It almost seems as if he's rolled snake eyes.
Fantastic. These are great.
I'm too good.
These are fantastic. These are great.
Carry on.
Definitely cool. Let's before this. But no, yeah, it's unfortunate. But like I was saying, is you just can't let it affect you. You really cannot let it affect you, especially this late into the season, because, like I said, Grumio is such a fantastic driver. Very, very possible to come out of absolutely nowhere and collect the 7th Drivers' Championship. But as you said, Fan has got unlucky recently. He just needs to get a P6 under his belt or something like that at Abu Dhabi, just to give him that little bit more confidence going into Brazil.
Definitely. Of course, the reverse grid finale. I mean, of course, one good sign for that, if the start today was anything to go well on that opening lap, he avoided that carnage. He gained 6 places in the chaos on the first lap. So, I mean, in terms of keeping his nose clean, that was fantastic. I mean, I think the only reason he's out is because he just got caught in a bad spot on a narrow part of the racetrack. But Brazil doesn't really have much like that, if I'm honest, by comparison.
Brazil reverse grids here in RDL are crazy. I've had some where it's been absolutely mental. I remember one, 2 drivers, Tinky Winky and Divine Stag, teammates at the time, absolutely collided together. It was a race factory. I got taken out by Huggy Bear in the pit lane. But Brazil has that kind of thing of you have to be in the right place at the right time. I've nearly crashed out on the opening lap. So, Fan, I'm not too sure where he will start in that reverse grid, but we'll have, like you said, have to keep it very clean and just keep it safe like he did here today. Until obviously.
That's a wait and see. Right, safety car on its way in. Grovey, now your new leader, and pulling away, getting Gus back underway here at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Nicholas restarts second, PJ in third, Lando 4th, Websy 5th. Here we go again. Green flag goes back in the air, and Grovey leads away into turn 1.
Yeah, very clean restart there by Grovey. She absolutely nailed that, getting a nice little gap on Nicholas. But Nicholas in that Alfa Romeo has been fantastic this season. Is going to be breathing down the neck of Grovey with PJ slipping behind. I think Landlord will try and make a move on that McLaren as quickly as possible, just to not make sure those leaders do not get away from him.
Oh, Grovey goes wide.
Mistake. Clicks the wall a little bit, maybe a bit of damage, and Nicholas is through. Nicholas already near a second advantage. That's not a good sign for the rest of the pack. You need to be in that DRS.
Oh, spinner! That's Landlord around.
Landlord, who I was just saying could have had a really good chance. I think he might even be beached on that curb. No, just getting out of that.
He's got to almost...
Just shows you the lack of grip this track has. It's mental.
Definitely. Quarter track temperatures, of course, in the real life Las Vegas Grand Prix. Not sure that impacts us too much here on a video game, but... Oh, Nicholas! Off in the wall there and loses part of his front wing! Two major players
This is
mistakes.
not going well. I think P1 might be a bad place to be on this circuit. As you say, Grovey making a little mistake, Nicholas making a big mistake, getting damage on that front wing.
PJ
I've seen it before. PJ is in a prime position, and if someone else was in a prime position, Webster, P4, can he do it?
Very, very close to the podium now. Just 6 laps of this Grand Prix. I see Grimio up to P12 here. He's on the move already. Lionel, though, down in P18. All of a sudden, the Alpines off the podium. Of course, Grimio will still be scoring points for that Constructors' Championship if he can't win the drivers. Nicholas has stayed out here, so that wing damage is clearly not affecting him too much. Schlesinger in P8 now since the fastest lap of the race. Fantastic.
Yeah, Slasher's done very well. So especially, it's very bizarre to see someone so low down on a safety car restart setting that fastest lap. But one thing I will say is, Nicholas will get a straight line advantage now. Less drag on that car from that front wing might help in the straight line, but in this corners we'll lose a lot of time to that Red Bull.
And perhaps that McLaren too. We haven't got DRS yet. One more time around and we'll take it. This top 3 have pulled away to him. It's a 2-second advantage. Webster's got BJ right up his chuff there in the Mercedes. Lycon now sits in 6th place. Schlesinger 7th. Curtis 8th. On the topic of Schlesinger, I do want to say, because he's obviously a fantastic driver, but I feel it's unfortunate because he's rejoined the league at a time when a lot of very good drivers have joined us. But he's definitely one of the fastest drivers in the field. But it's just flown under the radar in terms of results. Because we've seen him up here in the points consistently, time after time, Pope, and he's done fantastically well, but just needs one of those big results to get him across the line, off the mark in the RDL.
Oh, definitely, yeah, no, Slasher's been fantastic since the return in Singapore. So, like I said, we've been very, very blessed, I think, at the end of this season to have so many amazing drivers join us. So, it's nothing against Schlesinger. We haven't really talked about him too much, but it just shows you how competitive the field is, like I was saying before.
Grimio's going for it again here, and this time makes it stick only just through that same section. I almost felt deja vu there, Pope, going at it with Curtis into that same corner where he collided with Nicholas just a few laps ago. Grimio is brave. He's honestly back through the field here. But as of right now, I mean, is he doing it? Because right now, I think Fan can still win the championship today, if I'm honest. If Grimio and Webster both fail to score, then that should mean that Fan becomes. I could be wrong with that. We'll have to count it.
I believe so. Just seen PJ make a move against Nicholas.
These
three having a fantastic little battle. Obviously, the absolute squabble. This is helping Websy once again just clamber in on the group of both. But Schlesinger P5 already, eyeing down that Williams. As we've seen before, Williams have just done an amazing turnaround this season. I really do have to say.
Definitely, of course, Webster's been scoring points consistently. Courtney Goblin's been up there challenging for points race after race. He's always there about at the end. He flies under the radar and then comes flying back at the very end of it. But we'll come back to Williams later because DRS is about to come into play for the first time in this Las Vegas Grand Prix. Here we go. Nicholas to the left-hand side of Grovey as they charge towards the braking zone.
Yeah, nothing you can do to defend that. It's just kind of that over break. It's just crazy to see an F1 car go 18 miles an hour before a braking zone in non-qualifying conditions. That's ridiculous. The G-forces must be immense.
Grimio now taking P6. Oh! PJ Limon. What happened?
Big crash with Grovey.
Oh Grovey
no! Into the wall. Lost the front wing.
And that'll be
to pull into the pit. It's not good at all for that Red Bull.
She's not going into the pits. Grimio sets the fastest lap here. Puts Websy in P3, but Grovey, that will not be a positive for her. Hopefully shouldn't lose too much time in the pit lane. She'll be able to get us back going again. Oh, she's been held up by the McLaren, sorry. That was very quick of Ethan who comes in. Such a shame.
Yeah, a couple of people peeling into the pits now. I don't know if I think these are actual regulated pit stops. So it's quite interesting to see this early. Emery setting the fastest lap. Yeah, Shane for Grovey, obviously the only Red Bull here on the grid as well. So no points currently for that Red Bull team. Not great at all in that constructors fight.
Chasing Alfa Romeo for third place right now. Nicholas scoring a maximum of 20, scoring 25 right now will do them a world of good in maintaining third place in the standings. PJ 1.3 seconds back in second place. Webb's easy within DRS range of the McLarens. Could be looking at second, but if Schlesinger doesn't get to him first.
Yeah, Schlesinger taking that corner very, very differently going into the back straight, jumping over the curb rather than going round it. Interesting to see, and it's just allowing for immense straight line speed from that Aston Martin, but the Williams is defending it with the DRS of his own, and PJ's looking like a bit of a sitting duck here at the end of the straight.
Drag race towards the braking zone. Aston Martin wins that one, and behind him it's Haas versus AlphaTauri, and the AlphaTauri making the wise move. Lycon ducking out of it, perhaps not wanting to avoid a scarier looking fate, as was the Alpine and Apple go. JB getting loose there out of the corner. That allows Lucky to slide through and claim P9. Both Ferraris in the points right now, at the tail end of the points. And it's then 4 seconds back to Cot5, who's honestly not had a fantastic race so far. This is far different to what we usually see from the Aston Martin team.
Yeah, I feel a bit of a commentator's curse there upon him at the beginning of this race. He's really, I think, struggling with maybe the grip.
Slices to the inside, takes P2.
Ooh, very, very good.
Oh! That was close. Damage, I think, for Schlesinger. And that could have been race over.
Yeah, lost of an end plate on that left-hand side of Aston Martin. These drivers are hitting the wall around here. Just showing you how tough it actually is to keep the car in a straight line around the circuit. I've only raced this circuit once on my time on a game, and I did find out it was very, very hard to get the power down when you wanted to.
It's a very difficult circuit to master, I'll give it that, despite its shape, which is obviously abstract compared to anything else we've seen in F1. Webbsy will now be defending from Schlesinger and Grumio here. The two title protagonists left in this race, but could be about to go wheel to wheel with DRS. Here we go. And PJ, this time, is a real sitting duck. It could lose 3 spots at once here. Webbsy to the outside, Schlesinger to the outside, Grumio to the outside. All 3 cars going charging through. Schlesinger to the inside into the braking zone. Can he take P2 away? Up the inside. Webbsy backs out of it. Schlesinger goes a bit too deep there, but maintains P2. And Grumio goes looking for third. Can't quite swipe it back. But the Aston Martin is a second, as Grumio might go for it into the last corner here. Into the left hand, and they go. Side by side. I think if the race ended there, I think Webbsy would have had it. That was very close, but Grumio looked to get the job done to turn 1. And he will.
Yeah, guys are having a fantastic little ding-dong.
Yellow flag.
Staying out, big tap there.
Lucky
I think is that a Ferrari?
Yep, lucky.
Yeah, lucky. Being very unlucky here in Las Vegas. Just on the edge of the points now. JP and P6. What a fantastic race JP's having. There's
cut out.
Tyres.
Safety car.
And that's a safety car. Okie dokie. Right.
Safety car number 2.
Changed this up a little bit. Yeah, safety car number 2 here at Las Vegas. Didn't think it'd be this prominent, to be honest, but it's interesting. Definitely we'll see those medium tyre runners jump into the pits for a set of hards to the end of the race. Maybe we see Grumio go and bolt on a set of mediums, try and take them to the end of the race. We'll have to wait and see, but that'd be a bit of a stretch, but never say never with the 6-time champion.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what the strategy plans are for everyone in this race. Of course, tyre wear, I've been told by the drivers going into today, has been a big issue. Lucky the drive-through for speeding under the safety car, and that only compounded his race so far after that spin, which he recovered from well. Grovey Miller back up to P12 in an AlphaTauri sandwich right now. Imrie one spot outside of the points with a penalty to his name. Lycon there in P13. Leonard at the back.
Shane just had to spin the car out. I think missed the braking zone on the safety car. That's a very weird thing. You don't really see that often. So very bizarre there by Shane. But Shane obviously wasn't able to qualify due to an issue. But P8 currently, very, very good recovery so far for that Haas.
Nicholas into the pit lane here, pitting from the lead, which was to be expected, being sure not to hit that penalty board, or not to get a penalty.
Yeah, I think everyone's going to be bolted into the pits here. This is going to be a very, very busy pit lane.
Well, Nicholas is out home and dry. Hard tides going on that car. Sanchez bolting on the mediums. Grumio bolting on another set of mediums there. Of course, he's only...
Yeah,
I think he's only made his spot still, hasn't he? Yeah. He's made 3 stops in this race so far, and he's still sitting there in second place.
Reminds me of Grovey in Singapore, where she just made like countless amount of pit stops.
Speaking of Groves, she's staying out for this one. Staying on those hard tyres. Do you think they could take it to the end, Pope?
Oh, they could. I'm not. It'll be very tight there for Grovey, so she'll have to make sure she doesn't get into too many battles, but I think she might just be fine, maybe just. I'm not too sure entirely. Like I said, I've only raced this track once, so this is very much new to me as it is to everyone else.
I was just asking, did Nicholas change his wing? Did he actually fix up damage? Because I'm not sure if he's...
I think so.
He hasn't.
I believe you would have. Yeah, I believe you would have lost a place without that. I mean, Clayton wasn't affected him too much, but with Grumio behind it, it might show a bit more of an effect than normal. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see on that. But Websy in P3, this is just a horror result, really. If the race finishes as it was now, fan would not be very happy sat in that Mercedes garage.
There's 13 laps still to come. Anything could still happen in this race. And it's the RDL, so it always does. Never mind, it usually does. It just does, without question. Such is the chaos this league. Nicholas, I see him in the Discord saying, or not being too happy with the fact he's got a broken wing, and can't quite change it now. But as you said, Pope, he wasn't suffering too much under or before the safety car came out. It didn't look like he was doing too badly. He was fighting for the lead with several cars there and managed to hold on to it. So.
They got a gap out by 2 seconds near the end of that before the safety car, so I think he'd be all right. But like I say, I think Grumio behind might expose that damage a bit more than anyone else really can.
Oh, he's him in.
And Nicholas coming into the pit,
making a wing change here. Oh, he's.
Oh,
what's the planning there?
Okay.
And does Grumio to get the place back? I don't think he does.
No, because he went into the pit. However, that will be a penalty, I believe.
Who fought for Nicholas?
Yeah, because you can't bail out.
Yeah. Once you're in, you got to commit.
You can't come in over the white line. You can't go out over the white line.
I think based on what he said, yeah, he might have paused the game as he was on his way in.
Yeah, this is.
Because that was bizarre. It doesn't seem like Nicholas is sort of just bail out a bit like that. But he's going back through to take the lead. Oh, but no, he's got to give it back.
He has to invalidate it. Okay, so this is...
Well, all of a sudden.
From my knowledge of the rules, I would expect a penalty, but I can't be too certain. It looks like Grumio is trying to give that position back. However...
Actually, it might like this time. Not sure.
A flashy way through. Yes, I think it has let
there we go.
us take it back, but yeah, very, very bizarre there. However, we'll have to move on. High roller of this race, JB. Wow. P5, and I'm just saying it's very impressive for the Ferrari. 300th Grand Prix, and it's just, I'm very happy to see JB that high up, especially in that stunning Ferrari. I do have to say, I do love that livery. So, yeah, very, very well done so far for JB.
It's been put to good use to the right circuit. I'd say the highest roller so far is Schlesinger, 10 places gained. We haven't looked at the position change all race, so you've given me an opportunity to use the high roller, low roller thing for tonight specifically, so thank you for that. And Landlord, the lowest roller, down 11 places. But yeah, JB obviously doing fantastically well, it has to be said. But can he close it out though? That's what we want to see. Could he get a podium? Perhaps, such is the nature of this race so far. Is he perhaps dreaming of a podium? Maybe even, dare I say it, a race win? Of all the nights to get it.
Anyone could win this race right now. It's that type of circuit where you can literally win it from P17 if the grid's that close. I'd love to see that.
So
everyone being within a second of each other. P17 going down that back straight. Oh my lord, yes please.
It's a shame DRS is getting enabled immediately after a safety car restart, or at least for a real safety car, because if it was to happen, if we had a restart like we did last week in Mexico, we're going on to the last few laps, then that would going down that Las Vegas Strip. That would be absolutely insane in terms of slipstream, and that genuinely could happen. The car from P17 could show up and win the race.
Yeah, you never know. You never know. One thing that's just caught my attention right now is Imri on those soft tyres will have to make another pit stop for certain, because those soft tyres will not be able to make it those another 10 laps. Mediums are even pushed it. Mediums should be able to do it now. We've had 3 laps on the safety car, so the safety car will be in this lap. But Imri just really has not got that career going, has he? Not showing the form that he's shown elsewhere here in the RDL, which is must be frustrating, I must say.
Definitely, he'll be looking forward to season 16. Get a bit of a break from it, and then take whichever new car he's in, and then just sort of go at it again. Everyone on 0 points, and that's what we're excited for. I think we're as excited for season 16 as we are for the end of this season. It's been fantastic right to death, and it's still crazy to say that with two rounds to go after this one, the gaps right now is 51 points from first to second, and we still have a good championship on our hands.
It's been a brilliant season. I do have to say, and it's been a pleasure commentating it. And like I say, with this grid that we've got now, season 16 is going to be fantastic. I do have to say, Imri! Oh, keeping on board there. That was very, very close between that and the alpha of Curtis.
I didn't quite see it.
Yeah, no, it's just Curtis slowing down, and Imri had to go past Curtis just slightly to make sure there was no contact there. It's very, very tooth and nail there, but as we're going on to the last bit before the safety car pulls in, it's time to shine.
Here we go. Time once again to kick the fires and light the tyres as we get ready for another safety car restart here. Nicholas has been great on these restarts so far this season. He'll lead away from Grumio, and then Websy in third place. Green flag, 11 laps to go here in Vegas.
Yeah, great restart, 5/10 gap already. Obviously that will close down quite quickly with the medium tyres compared to those hard tyres. Yeah, 4 laps already on those mediums for Grumio, most of them being on the safety car. As Schlesinger makes a fantastic move around the outside of that Ferrari of JB. BJ also going to try and push his way through. This is going to be very, very close going into this sector. JB backs out of it, very smart, and needs to get those points for the championship.
Very wise move there from JB. He's trying to start. Obviously, he's put that experience to good use there. Knows to back out that situation. Smart indeed. Lost places, but it's worth it. Nicholas leads Grumio then, and it's about a second back to Websy. Those top 2 have really pulled away here, and Grumio getting right to work here. Looking to the outside.
Yeah, a little bit of contact there on the front wing with the rear tyre of Nicholas, but no damage it seems as Grumio makes that move. Obviously going into this back straight, Nicholas will probably have the advantage, slipstream and stuff like that, which is already gaining. It's ridiculous how quickly you gain on this circuit. But someone who even further back that is gaining is Websy.
Nicholas into the lead, but Websy's trying and nab second for the braking zone. He's closing all the time. Near the braking zone, Grumio looking to try and take back Nicholas. Goes late on the brakes because doesn't quite make a move in there. Slides into the inside of PJ and takes P4 back. Everyone keeping it nice and clean. Oh, Imri, there's a crash behind them. I say crash, it was just Shane spinning out, but everyone's managed to get through clean somehow. Despite he was turned across the circuit, but he's okay. No damage done to that Haas in terms of that wing. Webb's to the inside, going to 1 on Grumio. Gets away okay. What happened there? That was confusing. It was more shocking that no one got away with any problems. I think save for Lucky, who may have been caught up in that. We'll see if he makes a wing change coming into the pit lane. Well, there's only waste.
The wing looks fine to me. Oh, it's a drive-through.
Oh, it's a drive-through. I think it's speed on the safety car. Yes.
Speed on the safety car. Yeah.
I do remember that happening. To be honest, I do remember that.
So much happens in one lap here. It's quite hard. We're already on lap 16. We're already halfway through this race. It's crazy.
There's still a lot to be decided over the course of these last 10 laps. I see Groby back up in P9 here. She's closing back in on the points after that, having to change her wing after contact with our race leader. It was contact, wasn't it? Just to get my memory right. I'm not accusing Nicholas of anything.
I'm not too sure. I don't think so.
Nah, I'm not sure. What would you say? We'll say she lost her wing. Point is that the damage was there regardless of how it was gained, and she had to come into the pit to make that change. But she's up to P9 now, so on the move. I'm looking at Lycon next. Websy, it's really fallen away from Schlesinger, Grumio and Nicholas here. Those guys are going to go toe-to-toe once again, side by side. Grumio and Nicholas wheel to wheel. Schlesinger closing in as well, looking to try and make something happen if he can. Nicholas holds on to the lead. Grumio ducks back into line, goes back to the inside, now into the braking zone. They're going for it again. Who comes away with the lead this time?
We've seen this before.
Deja
We have
vu.
seen that same thing before, but Gremio keeps the car pointed straight.
He's learned from his mistakes and takes the lead this time.
Heads on through.
And Nicholas will come back at him though. Here he comes. Looking to the outside. We'll take the inside now. DRS enabled. Oh, contact. But Nicholas dives to the inside. Oh, that was close again. Slides to jump the inside.
Flies out of nowhere. This is fun.
Yellow flag. Lucky's out. And the safety car's out again.
Oh my lord.
Just when it was getting good. Lucky though becomes the third retiree here in Vegas. This has been an absolutely mental Grand Prix podium. We've still got 8 laps to go. And I'm thinking we'll be getting one last late restart, perhaps lasting about 5 laps or so.
Maybe just depends on who pits. I personally, if I was outside that top 10, pitting for these soft tyres, guys, they might just be able to make it. It'd be hard, but you might just get the advantage. I think putting, if you're outside the top 10, you're not scoring any points anyway right now. Get those soft tyres bolted onto your cars, guys. Give us a bit of excitement as well. We'd love to see it up here in the commentary booth.
I think we should probably encourage them to keep their cars on the track. Let's not go balls to the wall on a circuit like this.
Pitting for softs, guys. Pitting for softs. Let's have some fun.
he just wants carnage. He doesn't want to see anyone finish this race. But Gremio there, I'm looking at it. Has he got? If I'm right, who's got fastest up right now? That belongs to Imri as it stands. Who will probably need to pit again for another set of soft tyres, should he choose to do that. But 25 points. That brings the championship gap down to 26 in the standings. Gremio cutting a whole race win out of fans' advantage as we go to Abu Dhabi, where I remind you he won last season after a fierce battle with Che.
It's going to be very close. Gremio.
He's coming in. They're all coming in.
Soft tyres. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much.
They're all going for it.
That's for everyone. Get those soft tyres on. This is going to be fun.
Imri and Curtis stay out.
Imri's really going to push those tyres to the end. However, for Imri, who has struggled this season, no doubt has struggled this season, I get a little bit of mojo back by taking this. Websy on the medium tyres, not on the softs like everyone else. That might be a bit of a mistake. Same with Grovey.
Well, hang on, no.
And Landlord.
It's close. The tyre gaps are very close. I wouldn't be too sure, if I'm honest. Oh, Curtis. 5 seconds for contact with Imri. There's a huge gap between them, game. I can't lie to you. There's about 3 seconds separating them, so I don't see where you've dragged that from. But anyway, Gremio leads him back out again. Slides into second, and Websy in third of the cars who came into the pits. Courtney stayed out. And now might be looking at maybe, perhaps, again, we're looking at a hypothetical here. But on his 250th start, can he maintain that position, do you think?
It'll be hard. The tyres behind, the drivers behind. It'll be very, very hard. However, never say never. This is our third safety car. Maybe even one more in the bag, you never know. Virtual safety car near the end of the race. Courtney could help Websy massively here as well. Do bear that in mind.
Oh, I'll be honest, obviously it's safe for the safety car if you didn't want to see anyone retire from today's race, but this is exactly what I was hoping for this Las Vegas Grand Prix. A late restart, and we'll definitely get DRS into play. Several cars have stayed out on worn tyres. We could, I mean, for what we know, Pope, we could see a puncture out of Imri's softs towards the end of this one. Such is the tyre wear, I've been told, on these softs in league racing, in multiplayer, because I haven't seen it too much personally in single player, because I haven't played Las Vegas too much, because I find that I don't play the tracks towards the end of the schedule as much as the ones at the start, because I can't get my mind straight in terms of career mode stuff. Oh, it looks like Courtney and Curtis are both coming in, but Imri though stays out again.
A little bit heartbreaking now. I would love to see those two stick out just to see what they could have done.
But it's not over yet.
It's not over yet. You have him.
They could still, from such the nature of this race, we could still see them get a podium. You never know. It could happen.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen right now. I am so excited. Maybe even JB on his 300th race here in RDL could maybe even get a podium. You never know. Nicholas right behind will be angry. I think a lot of anger built up in that helmet due to how this race has gone. P8 from P1 pretty much consistently this entire race. Not what the Alfa Romeo wanted. I am so excited. This is, like you say, this is what we wanted from Las Vegas. It's a track which had such a big build-up. And for the first time racing here, it is really delivering.
I am so excited. The last 6 laps of this race, 'cause I think we're pretty good getting going this time. Because Connie and Curtis will definitely catch up. Imrie, though, he needs the absolute restart of dreams to even have a chance of winning this race. And even then, that probably won't be enough with Grumio and Schlesinger there threatening behind him. He'll need that DRS to come into play on lap 22 or lap 23, or whenever we get going again. This could be anyone's race, but we keep on saying it. I'm almost shaking here. I'm very excited. The energy and the hype built up inside me right now is just absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to get underway. And it could be this time. We'll keep an eye on the race control and message, see what it says.
Yeah, I do believe it will be this time.
Everyone's there.
So everyone's here, so it will be safety car in this lap any second now as these drivers barrel down here. 160 just on the safety car. That's ridiculous.
Just burn mile under things. By the looks of it, I think we're not getting going yet.
Yeah. One more lap, maybe.
One more. I'll go start. Oh no! No, very late call.
Very late.
Oh, and Grumio is itching to get going there. You saw him almost do a Verstappen to Imrie there.
Okay, hold on. The safety car has missed the pit lane.
The safety car's still on the racetrack.
The safety car has missed the pit lane, guys. Please be careful.
Green flag's back out.
Oh no.
Grumio's going for it. So he takes the lead.
It's green flag racing, but...
Oh, what? He's got 5 seconds for a severe collision. Are we still on the safety car conditions?
I'm so confused.
It looks like we're still on the safety car.
No, this cannot be how this ends.
Wow, I cannot believe that.
Barrel, go, fast, guys. Overtake the safety car. Bert Mylander cannot win this race.
That just be such a way to end this one. Bernd Mylander wins.
Oh no.
Oh, for those
this does remind me of something actually. A horror race in Austria where we were actually on green flag. We were able to go full pace, and the safety car just kept going around.
Was I here for this?
Dodge it and stuff like that. I don't think you were here for that.
What game was that? Can I ask? What game?
I believe that was 2021 last season. The last season of 2021.
Okay, no, we are thinking of the same race. And I remember it was BJ who was just sort of flying around. At the end, he was. Well, someone was glitched. It was either PJ or not BJ. It was him or someone else. I can't remember who. My mind wants to say it was one of the McLarens.
It was a bizarre race. It just reminds me of that. Hopefully, the safety car goes in properly this lap.
I hope. Yeah. But everyone wants to stay close just in case.
5 laps. I just don't understand. And maybe we've been given different information than the drivers, possibly.
This is such an F1 23 thing to happen. This is an EA thing to happen. Anyone knows how this has only happened when EA took control of the game? You guys notice that?
Yeah, I have.
Also, I'm just going to say...
Or bad as well.
Surely the safety car should come in... Oh, contact!
Oh, contact.
And that will not help Grumio's case. What happened to him? What happened with Imrie there?
I'm not too sure.
But if Grumio has to pit that, put Webbsy in the driving seat for the points, surely, no?
Okay. I think the safety car is in the pit lane.
Is it coming in? Yes, it
is. It is.
Here we go. Right then. This is the one. Reach up there and pull your seatbelts tight one more time. Imrie is waiting to go. He's going for it. 5 laps to settle the Las Vegas Grand Prix. We're back to racing.
Lovely stuff. There by Imrie. Great restart. Set off very, very early.
He's gone wide though. A little bit wide, and Grumio there behind him. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, Grumio obviously without damage.
I'm sliding to the inside.
What a move!
It could go for the lead here too.
Fantastic.
Sliding to the outside of Imrie, looking at it. He's ducking in behind the AlphaTauri and sticking his nose back out. They're side by side. Imrie maintains.
Back up the inside.
Oh, contact! Grumio around!
Oh. That's Grumio out of this race completely.
In terms of points, yes, his chances are shot. Oh, Sargent was losing it. PJ in third now. And PJ back and forth.
I do believe these guys' tyres will be very, very cold.
Thanks to that, thanks to the extra lap on the safety
optimal.
car, yes.
Yeah.
Be careful in those
Sorry.
braking zones, lads.
This is even more exciting than I thought it would be.
Carnage it
Imri
could be
still
in for.
defending very well
Imri,
from
though,
Slazenger.
he could be in trouble when DRS comes to play on lap 23.
Yeah, maybe even lap 22. I'm not even too sure what lap it will be.
That is true,
activated
yes.
after
It
this.
said green flag conditions, didn't it? But regardless, though, Slazenger
Yeah.
doesn't need it. He's going for the inside. Imri forcing him towards the wall here, all the way to the left-hand side of the racetrack, into the braking zone. Slazenger looks to be out in front. He is. Slazenger takes the lead.
Who will get a better exit? Yeah, definitely Slazenger. Those
Tyres, yep, they're on now, and he is pulling away. He is pulling ass right now. Am I allowed to say that on stream? This is
Yeah,
my stream.
go
I'll say it
on.
online. No DRS this time around.
No DRS, so I think we had a ghost lap of safety car.
That was odd.
Webb's looking for any opportunity to make a move.
BJ's going for it.
From Nicholas, as well as BJ going for it.
He's towards the wall there.
Swaying everywhere he can just to try and get a
Trying to
little bit of
maintain
defense
some
going.
forward position. Oh, BJ! Off in the
Oh,
wall!
BJ's out!
Oh!
Oh!
Lionel's hit him!
Landlord's out as well. Is this going to be another safety car? I'm not too sure.
No, safety car being called here, and Grumio, at least he knows they're there. But he'll be disappointed to see his teammate there too. We stay green, surprisingly, and Webbsy now in second place. But
Nicholas has got foot wing damage.
has he lost it, or is he
Completely lost.
lost it? Wow, okay.
Imri.
And Imri is struggling too. Has he lost his wing as well?
Yeah, completely
Groby's
lost
got
both
no
of
wing.
those. What is going on?
3 cars, one behind the other, with no wing on them. What?
This is bizarre, but JB, as we were saying in his 300th race,
Could
he's
take a
going to try and
podium.
close down on that McLaren. Can he get a podium?
That's what
This
you
could
see.
be magical for that Ferrari team.
Slazenger will not be a sitting duck. If Webbsy and PJ focus too much on racing each other, they could allow Slazenger to just walk away with it.
Slazenger also on 0% ERS as well, got nothing to
Oh.
defend with.
Nothing to give. He's got to conserve here. He's set the fastest lap though, so he's getting max points right now. DRS is deployed. Imri and Nicholas, both, all 3 cars staying out here. None of them wanting to give up points. They're going to fight each other. Yellow flag. And that is Connie off the circuit.
Also with no front wing, that's 4 drivers currently on the circuit with no
5.
front wing.
5 Grid doesn't have one either.
5.
5 at 14 drivers with no wings on their cars. This is ludicrous.
Lord.
Webbsy is still holding second place, but Slash is pulling away here. Those guys need to get the
This
lead out.
is just bizarre.
JB,
I've never seen anything like this.
JB 1.8 seconds back, 1.9 now. Lycon looking at 4th place. If he can try and nick it in the last 3 laps.
Yeah, Slazenger really pulling away. Now 3.5, even with no ERS, is still going to get a hefty amount of points if he
Oh,
keeps.
Imri off the track. He just spun off out of nowhere. Could that be his puncture? Keep an eye on that tyre. The tyres look okay.
We'll be interested to see, but that won't do anything to help those tyres. Let's see, Groby making a move past Nicholas. This is just crazy, absolutely crazy.
It's completely intense. And 3 drivers who've barely seen on the podium all season, safe for Webbsy. Yellow flags, Grumio out. He's retired on the circuit.
Retired on circuit. I think crashed as well. The car was completely
sure.
stationary.
Let's have a look. Yes.
Yes, definitely crashed out. Yeah, see the tyre markings from that one.
Well, Grumio's chance of trying to claim some more points in the championship go up in smoke here in the closing laps. And Webbsy will gain 15 points on Fan. As it stands, he could gain 18. But Slazenger on for the win right now. He's got a lap and a half to maintain this 3-second advantage. Surely he can't throw it away from here.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to give anyone a commentator's curse because I genuinely believe anything can still happen here in this race. This is just absolutely, it's just crazy. I don't think I've ever commentated on anything like this in this booth, but this has just been a race to remember here in Las Vegas.
I'll say the 5 second isn't over yet, so keep an eye on these two. Websy and PJ could be going at it this time. Oh, Lycon almost losing the car there, but holds on to it. That could give JB a chance to come fighting back at him with DRS. Websy closing the gap. He's going for it though. He's 7/10 back, but he needs a lot. He's maxing the limiter on that machine.
JD makes that move on Lycon. Completely.
in.
Slow Websy make the move. No.
Nicholas in front of Shane. Grovey and Lycon. Grovey's closing in on Lycon now.
Yeah, maybe this is the tactic to lose your front wing, get rid of all that drag and have better straight line speed. I'm not really too sure.
Schlesinger then starts the final lap of this race. The 25th and final lap of what has been a very crazy Grand Prix. As a reminder for you, Pope here, Schlesinger started all the way back in 16th place. And he's about to win for the first time in this league in perhaps the most dramatic circumstances I've ever seen. And Websy's on course to gain 15, maybe 18 points in the championship, depending on if he can get PJ in this final lap.
Yeah, you never say never. Right now, one thing I will say is that constructor standings, both P1 and P2 teams are not scoring any points.
It's unbelievable. Alfa Romeo, it's a shame they've only got cars in 7th and 10th. If Nicholas is on for the win, that'll be a huge number of points to try and gain back. But Aston Martin have been on a rapid rise up the table, and even when Cott, the dominant force of the last few weeks, is not in the race, oh, yellow flag, and that is Imrie off the circuit. And I think that puncture may... Well, no, has it hit him yet? No, it's still no puncture on that car. Okay, never mind, sorry. Sorry, as I was saying, yeah, Aston Martin have shot at the table here. They were dead last at one stage of the season. And with their 2 arrivals in the last 10 races or so, they've really been on it. Websy looking for second. If he can try and claim it, he's going to take second place away from PJ. Websy will gain 18 points in the championship. Provided he can hang on to it. He might not, though. He's gone a bit deep. I think he's got it. Oh, PJ's the wall there. That'll settle it.
PJ. Whoa.
Websy will take second, but Schlesinger of Volvo will fly through to take his first win in the RDL for Aston Martin. He wins the RDL, the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Websy second, PJ in third. Pagorian's out on the last lap. Lycon fourth. JB caps off race 300 with a 5th place finish. Grovey 6th with no wing. Nicholas 7th with no wing. Shane from a glitch in qualifying to 8th. Ethan in 9th. And the last spot in the points will go to the Alfa Romeo of Curtis. Courtney Goblin will finish 11th. And Imrie again spinning out at the very end of this race. Will bring it home to the line to cross it in P12. He was leading 5 laps ago, I remind you. But Schlesinger of Volvo wins. And Websy gains 18 points. And if I get my calculator out very quickly here, that will reduce the lead in the Drivers' Championship to C110 P-Fan, who went out just 2 laps into this race. 51 minus 18, 33 points your gap. If Websy can outscore Fan by 8 points in the next race, then he will race for an RDL Drivers' Championship. And one of those 2 drivers will become champion for the first time in 2 weeks' time. I do hope you're looking forward to it. Pope, give me your thoughts on the race, man. That was... Holy hell, that was insane.
Unbelievable. Las Vegas really did shine. The strip was fantastic to watch all those cars barrel down it. Creates a lot of drama for us, and something that is dramatic is Grumio is practically out of this championship running.
He
needs to win
close.
next week. He needs to win with the fastest lap.
No.
Next week.
Oh no, that the 50-point margin's Partho. I think he's out of it altogether.
52 points is max.
Oh yeah,
the
true.
gap's 51.
Oh yeah, true. I forget.
So,
okay,
it's ridiculous.
So we'll go into the final results then before we look at the post-race interview. Schlesinger wins it then from Websy and PJ your podium. Lycon 4th, JB 5th, Grovey in 6th, Nicholas 7th, Shane 8th, Ethan 9th, and Curtis takes the final points on offer. Courtney Goblin finishes 11th, Imrie in 12th, and then our 7 retirees in this race: Pagorians, Grumio, Landlord, BJ, Lucky, Cott, and C110 P-Fan, who we lost just a lap into this one. I wish I had the words to describe what I've just seen, because I've seen some crazy races, and I think if there was no, if the finish to that race was as crazy as the rest of it, that may have been perhaps the most intense, most hard-fought Grand Prix I've ever commentated in my life.
Yeah, it was just unbelievable. I'm really at a loss of words, but one thing I will say is a huge congratulations.
We were saying about him earlier on the stream, saying to him he needed a result to get himself kick-started. And this could be it.
Exactly, this could be it. And what a perfect time to do it as well, right at the end of the season. Remember, teams will be looking for these drivers. These drivers want to be looking at other drivers to see what their teammates will be. So, perfect time to secure that win.
And Websy finished in on the podium, which I think that means, Pope. If we're lucky, we get Websy interview.
Oh, Zoo email me.
I want to... I'm going to ask him, see if he got an interview. Also, hang on a minute. Did you say Zooey Mama a minute ago?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm not complaining. I just make sure I heard that. Oh, we have good fun. Oh, come on! I beg up, shows up. Come on. When he starts into PJ and Websy, if we can get a full interview tonight, that'd be fantastic.
So I do have to say, which casino are we hitting first?
Sorry. What do you think about that? I don't know. I don't know many Vegas casinos.
I don't, but if anyone is looking to get married by an Elvis pastor, I do have a Tinder account, so find me on Tinder. We'll go get married in Las Vegas.
We'll discuss that one later, but I think Websy's walked in at the wrong time, if I'm being honest. Websy, mate, hello! P2! Can you hear us?
Yeah, P2, flipping heck, eh?
Well, what a race there. Absolute chaos, start to finish. Talk us through your perspective. We have to know.
It's just such a tough track. It's really, really tough. And everyone kind of feels as though it's kind of like a skid pan, most of it. So it is tough. If your tyres go over 25%, all of a sudden they kind of just lose grip around the corners. But, my perspective, realistically, was just I must have missed like so many crashes and got round them. Just really fortunate. Quick reactions, really, but obviously at the same time fortunate. So I had a great race. I made an error against someone, I think, so I need to sort that out. Which I'm a bit upset about. Otherwise, I drove a great race.
Yeah, it's fantastic to watch, and of course 18 points for the championship. You came into this one potentially falling out of contention. It could have happened, but looking at it, you sit 33 points back from founding the championship with 2 rounds to go. And I know you've avoided talking about it to me all season long. We've had you in here, but I'll be honest with you, mate. It could happen. You could genuinely, in 2 weeks' time, we could be calling you an RDL champion. You never know. Can you give me your thoughts on that, please?
Yeah. You never know. You never know. But I honestly, there's a fan's been unfortunate, and I'm just kind of one of them. I'll always come. I don't usually come first. I'm always kind of second, third, or fourth. Whatever. I kind of just scrape at getting points in, kind of thing. So, but listen, anything can happen. And as you know with this race, if someone gets taken out, if a fan gets taken out on one of the races, all of a sudden it does obviously give me a great chance. You just don't know, do you? It's racing. You just don't know until the last lap's come. The flag's gone up, really.
Well, yeah, you are right. We never know. We do look forward to seeing it. Potentially, you could be in with a solid chance come the end of Abu Dhabi next week. How is Yas Marina as a circuit for you?
I like it. I think it's a good circuit, and I think everyone kind of likes Yas Marina. It's a great overtaking circuit. If you get your setup right, and you can just you got to get your setup right for going down the straights, and then also getting through the kind of the S's on the last section. If you get your setup right for that kind of thing, usually you'll kind of do all right. It's just having a stable car, really, more than a fast car, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, you just end up making a mistake and then spinning out somewhere.
Fair enough. Of course, we're looking at it very closely next week. But again, I want to remind you again, you are in with a chance, Websy. You could genuinely be an RDL champion if things go right for you next week. So obviously, wish you the best of luck, as we do with Fan as well, and look forward to seeing you guys duke it out next week.
Hey, cheers, thank you, and thanks both for this for the commentary. It's absolutely amazing. And PJ, what God, he was awesome tonight. Was PJ, absolutely brilliant. The pace he had was astounding. Sorry, I overtook him on the last lap, but only because he had DRS, not because of anything else. And Slaz was just too quick today. He just had that pace. He got away from all the carnage at the start, and once he got that lead, he did well. So sorry. Anyway, I'll stop going on. But GG, Slaz and PJ.
No worries, man. We do enjoy you going on. That's half why we called you in here. But yeah, so congratulations on the finish. And perhaps we'll see you next week.
Cheers, man. All right, see you then, man.
Okay, so I think since while we're doing that, I think Slazenger has joined us. Slaz, if you're not, unmute yourself for me, bro. Well, I don't think you could have chosen a better, more entertaining way to claim your first win in this league. Congratulations, you're an RDL Grand Prix winner. How does it feel?
How's it going, lads? It feels great, honestly. I mean, I said I'd join and do an interview for once, considering I won for once. Jesus, it took a while. But, yeah, no, it feels great. It's unfortunate it ended that way. I would have preferred if I had a battle with, I don't know, with Grumio, Khaled, and Webby or so. But all the carnage happened and, kind of a boring last 5 laps or so, to be honest. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. A win, still a win.
I mean, theoretically, you could have backed up for us to give us a bit more of a entertaining race to watch. But I understand why you wouldn't want to throw that away. But yeah, P16 to P1 on the race as a whole, of course, because you had a lot of chaos to navigate through. Talk us through that.
Oh Jesus, lap 1, turn 1. I seen one of the half cars. I'm not sure exactly who it was, but I think they genuinely straight lined about 6 cars. So I made up about 6 positions in turn 1, which was obviously unreal for me. Then BSC came out, whatever. Lap 3 or so, I started making a couple of moves, I think. And then at some point, on like lap 8 or 9, I think I made a bit of contact with Khaled on the braking, which is probably my fault, to be honest. I kind of cut across when our cars were just not that far away from each other, and I don't know, with the physics of the game, I kind of, it was awkward. I don't know. I went straight into the wall, got wing damage. I hope Khaled didn't get any wing damage. Then went back into P6 from P2 after the safety car, and luckily, with a bit of carnage and I reckon a bit of pace as well, made me way back up. So that was a bit lucky for me as well.
Fair enough. In particular, I did want to ask you about sort of that final restart. Of course, the slight issue with the actual safety car refusing to come in for a lap, that was confusing. But then, when we got going again, you saw Imri and Grumio going at it in front of you. You just pulled to the inside and almost took both of them. What was the thinking behind that move? Because that was phenomenal to watch.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really understand. I think Imri and Spurs were just a bit too old, and he had Grumio on the outsides, which made Grumio go slower, and then I had kind of the better line going into the exit of the corner. So obviously that gave me the edge on both of them, but Jesus, Imri's straight line speed was just unmatched. I think he was genuinely running like close to 0 wings. Like I was running low wings that race, and I could barely get past him with ERS and Atoll. Insane. But then when I got past them, yeah, it was unfortunate. I'll say it again. It was just a shame seeing him and Grumio make contact, because honestly I was hoping for a battle with Grumio in the end, considering me and him were on softs. But look, it is what it is. Fair play to the lads on the podium as well, though. They deserve it. Websy and Khaled. Great pace from them as well.
It's definitely fantastic to watch from all 3 of you guys. One more question for you. Of course, 2 races to go. One being Abu Dhabi, the other one being the reverse Grand finale in Brazil. How are those tracks for you? Are you looking forward to them? Could we see another win?
Honestly, fun tracks to race on, especially Brazil. It's just, I mean, it's kind of a fan favourite for everyone. But I think it's Brazil, isn't it? That's what's called every reverse grid, is it?
That's the one.
Brazil. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know where I am in the standings exactly. I think I'm like, I don't know, 12th, 11th or so.
13th, I've seen here. But that
13th, fair enough, Jesus. But no, sure, look, I'm still just not doing quali for just the rest of the season, just to kind of race everyone. considering I joined a bit late. I said I'd just start from the back, kind of race everyone, have a bit of fun. And from next season onwards, then I'll start down qualifying and battle with the lads at front from the beginning. But Abu Dhabi will be a difficult one because, I mean, let's be real, these fast guys are they're no joke. If there's no safety car, it's hard for me to catch up to them, you know. So I'm gonna hope, obviously, for a bit of luck in both races from the back of the grid.
We'll have to wait and see, but hopefully.
But he goes on as much as I do.
I mean,
we found another one.
You're on a different level, man. Let's be
Can we have like a post-season contest between you guys of like who can talk about one subject the longest? Can we do that on stream, please?
Oh, that'd be fucking brilliant. Sorry for the language.
No, I mean, let's be. Come on, give me a bit of respect. You know, Websy's number one when it comes to waffling. So,
I mean, you've given him a lot to think about in terms of perhaps chasing him for that crown. We never know. So, cool. Regardless, congratulations lads on the win, and hopefully we see you back in next week. You never know.
Cheers, lads. Come on, GG's.
GG's.
Right then, last of all, then we'll come to PJ Pope. I'll give you your weekly work experience. Do you want to interview PJ for us? PJ, been waiting for a long time. Mate, thanks for waiting.
Yeah, thank you for it, PJ.
No
Former teammate of mine as well
there we go.
is PJ Khaled.
It's like Weber interviewing better.
Fantastic race here in Las Vegas. You have finished in the points in every race bar 2.
Really?
Could you please explain that consistency? That's ridiculous.
Oh yes, wow, that's brilliant.
I'm not gonna lie, Pope. It has been the last 6 races maybe that I've been just barely scraping points for other people crashing out, so that's been very lucky. But no, I mean, it's been a good season. Last season was probably my best season in RDL ever. This season has been quite hard to match up to it, but got a couple podiums. That's I think 3 now. Good racing. Yeah, it's been a fun one.
Yeah, you've done very well, I will have to say. P7 currently in that Drivers' Championship. Trying to bear down on... Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you'll be P6, sorry. Ahead of Curtis, I assume.
Yes.
So that is very, very good. And obviously in that Constructors' Championship as well, really doing well there for McLaren with your teammate Ethan. Could you give us any hint of what's going to happen next season? Have you already had thoughts about it? Before we go a different route with these questions. I'm very intrigued by that.
Well, let's say no contracts have been signed yet. However, we have had a good think about it, and I think it's good. You'll be happy.
Lovely. That's good to hear. So yeah, I think also you guys have overtaken Ferrari in the Constructors' Championship as well. So a lot of movement for the McLaren team itself this season. Focusing on the race. Highlight of the race for you. Where would you say that would be?
I have a good highlight and a bad highlight. I think I'll start with the bad one. There's one distinct moment I remember where I was in front of Blaze, Websy, South Grumio, Websy, and I got overtaken by 3 cars because I was the one without DRS. That sucked. DRS is quite strong.
Get that on stream as well.
Yeah, I think my best moment of tonight is just crossing the finish line in my last quali lap and being P3 because I was not expecting it. The race was pretty normal. I kind of just capitalized off of the people crashing, to be honest. Had some pace, decent strategy, but yeah, that's probably the highlight.
Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I would have to say it's a fantastic performance on the whole session, really. From qualified to race, you've kept the pace up, and it's very, very good to see. Going on to Abu Dhabi then next week. How's your feelings on the track? You've done any practice already, or have you wanted to tick off from Las Vegas and then focus on Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, and I was trying to get Vegas through, considering we've not raced there before, and it's not really a track that I was comfortable with. But Abu Dhabi, generally, it's not a great track for me, but with the new track layout, it's not as bad, and I do enjoy it a lot more. I'm not sure how it's going to be yet, whether it's going to be high downforce, low downforce. I got to kind of practice this weekend and see, but I'm excited for it. It'll be fun.
Lovely stuff. Well, we wish you good luck going on to next week, and congratulations on the results.
Thank you guys, thank you for commentating, and thank you Websy for taking my P2 away from me. It was very upsetting. But no, GG's, GG's, no problem.
Yeah, you was great, man. Alright.
Yeah, And good job, Slazenger on the win. He was very fast.
Well,
Where's my JJ?
Jeez.
that'll cover the podium interviews. And I believe we have one more very special interview coming your way. Welcome JB onto the stream. JB, congratulations, 300 Grand Prix in the RDL.
Yeah, it's quite a milestone. I thought I'd join because I did finish eating, but yeah, it was a difficult race. It was quite messy. I messed up my qualifying quite badly because I was about a second off in the first sector alone. So I was just sort of recovering, but it was more about staying out of trouble because a lot of the people ahead were, as you saw, crashing out a lot. So yeah, I'm happy, very happy with P5.
Definitely. Me and Pope will perhaps dreaming of a podium for you late on. Should have things stay a bit closer together between the lead pack. But I mean, in terms of that final restart, were you looking at a higher result there perhaps?
Not really. I was actually quite worried because Lycan was behind me, and I thought he would have a bit more pace, and he did. And he overtook me on the first lap. But then I was able to stay with him, and then it was just sort of lap by lap we were getting past each other on the main straight, and then at the last moment he got me for P4. But it was a good battle, and I'm glad there was a good battle in all of it because it was more about trying to stay out of all the carnage that was taking place.
There was a lot of it. I think perhaps the most confusing moment of the whole race was the safety car at the end on lap 20, choosing not to come in. So we're all agreeing that Wesaka and Burnmeilander are off, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think whoever was at the back caught up at the last possible moment, and I think the safety car had already basically chosen to go past the pit lane, even though it said it was coming in. So we all went, and then I think it took a good 10 seconds for us all to realise that actually we weren't going, and we had to slow down. Luckily there wasn't a crash from that. Probably the most surprising thing.
It was perhaps the oddest moment in a race full of them. I do want to get your opinion here. Obviously, I know you can't take sides as the owner of the league, but in terms of the race for the championship, Fan and now his closest challenger, Websy, unbelievably, in with a shot going into the last 2 rounds. Can you see it going to the final race?
Well, I know Fan's not here next week, so I thought Grumio had the best chance, but obviously he DNF'd as well. Fan got very unlucky. I think there was a collision between Grumio and Nicholas, and that caused that. Websy, well, he's got to basically, he's got to win a race, I think, at least, and then hope Fan DNFs in the last one. I think it'd be very difficult, but it's good to see that it probably will go down to the last finale.
You know, I've never seen that in this league before. I've never seen a title go down to the last race. I'm just used to watching Grumio and Landlord just run away by the time it's over. So I'm very excited for that. I didn't know Fan would be here next week. That's very big news, which could impact us massively.
Yeah, it'll be close at the end, I think. But Websy's got to get another couple of results like he did today. And good luck to him. Definitely.
And one last thing I wanted to keep you here for. Actually, sorry, no, I'll ask you another question before that. In terms of your season, 2 more rounds to go. Obviously Brazil and then Abu Dhabi, then Brazil. What do you reckon your chances are looking like going into this one?
Well, my aim was to get 100 points at the start of the season, and I've just managed that now. I think, pending penalties.
I think you have. If I just check.
Because I think I was 90 something.
Yeah, you only need 4 today, so you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be done. So Abu Dhabi, horrible track. I think I prefer the old layout now, actually. And Brazil's more about having fun because it's, everyone's in a mixed up order and should be loads of overtakes, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Definitely. Now I wanted to keep you in for this last bit. Pope, I know it's kind of last minute, we didn't really discuss this, but can you reveal to us the song that you'll be singing this season?
So if you know me very well, you know I'm a big Sophie Ellis Bextor fan. So it will be Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis Bextor.
And can you...
Performed by yours truly.
And can
That's a great fucking choice.
Don't think I know that one.
Oh, you're going to learn it from Pope, no less. Pope, can you explain to us why we're saying this now and not next week?
Because I don't think I'm going to be here for Brazil, and I'm upset about it because I have to move back from my flat. So I don't think I'll be here. So next week, Abu Dhabi, party in the UAE. Made on that floor.
I see we did that. That's very good. Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I hope you guys.
Oh, I should have done party in the USA now.
I
Oh.
mean, we can change it. I can confirm the choice later on my community tab if you want. It's up to you.
We'll figure it out. I'll have thought.
You
I
gotta
can change the words in party USA.
JB, I'm going to ask you here on stream for everyone watching. Do you give permission for Pope to sing in the last year, one of the last year rounds?
Yep, he can do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not sure how many people would tune into your awful singing, but we'll soon find out.
I remember there was once a time where you almost didn't allow it, but here we are. It's excellent. Thank you. You are our glorious leader. Well done on 300 Grand Prix, and we shall let you go for the evening.
Cheers.
So that will more or less cap things off for us, Pope, in the commentary booth. Did you enjoy tonight?
You know what's been my favourite Grand Prix this season? My favourite commentary as well. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, especially to do the post-race interviews with absolutely everyone there, even the old bones of Websy and JB joining us, which is quite nice.
One of them's still here, man.
Sorry.
JB,
I am,
would you care to
yeah.
comment?
No, I wouldn't actually.
Okay. Do you want to sign off for us? That'd be fun. Something fun to do. Or should we? Do you want to leave it to us?
Yeah, leave it to you.
I'm just getting involved now. Yeah, we're having a bit of fun.
We'll leave it to you, Zach. You're the main guy for all this stuff.
I don't think so as the main guy. I'm more like the superstar of the entire stream. But you know. Aside from that, that'll cap things off for us here in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. We do hope you've enjoyed every last minute of what was a chaotic race from start to finish. From qualifying, it was chaotic until the very end. The checkered flag fell 25 laps later. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I need a nap. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And make sure to watch back the rest of the streams. And for those of you who were here earlier and saw the word of the race, which we won't reveal here to try and give it away if we want to get to the end, if you see it, write it down in the comments for us and let us know what you think of Pope's commentary. So until next time, you guys, make sure to subscribe, and we shall see you at the next race. Goodbye, everyone. And we're out.